Hey guys, what's going on? Brandon here, and today I'm going to talk about the casting news from the Batman movie. Obviously, I talked about Zoe Kravitz being cast as Catwoman a couple days ago. Now I'm going to talk about Jeffrey Wright being cast as Commissioner Gordon, and I'm going to talk about Paul Dano being cast as the Riddler, and maybe a little Jonah Hill saying no thrown in. It was clear that Jonah Hill was, I think that's a money thing, and if I was an actor and I had a chance to be in a Batman film, I would find a way to make it work. But I guess Jonah Hill wanted money. Okay, whatever. I digress. I don't see why anyone would ever say no to a Batman film, especially when your role is playing a villain. I just think that Batman has the best comic book villains, and I think that all of really it gives you a lot to work with if if the script is good. Obviously, I mean, as long as it's not Batman and Robin or Batman Forever, you're probably in a good position to playing a villain in a Batman movie. So I don't think that was the best decision by Jonah Hill, but whatever. Even he could take a pay cut for a movie. A lot of actors do it, but Jeffrey Wright is maybe the perfect person to play to play Commissioner Gordon in the Batman. I think that is just a phenomenal casting decision there. I'm so on board with that. But I want to talk about Paul Dano a little bit more because I am on board with this because he has proven that he is a really capable and talented actor. In stuff like in movies like There Will Be Blood or 12 Years a Slave, he was good in that. Or there's other movies too that he's been in that he's been very, very good in. So I like all of these casting decisions. I would have been okay with Jonah Hill if he would have been casted. There's some Seth Rogen rumors. I don't know if he's still in talk. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they've even talked to him at all, because it looked like the rumor was more of that's who they're interested in for playing the Penguin. So that would be an interesting casting decision, I guess. But because I don't know how exactly that would he hasn't shown me the range that Jonah Hill has, for an example, with The Wolf of Wall Street and Moneyball. So I don't know how Seth Rogen would work, because I would say the most dramatic acting that Seth Rogen has done was probably in 50-50, and that is a comedy with some drama in it, but it's really not. There's not much. There's just not much. It's a comedy for the most part. But that's I would have been okay. I would be okay if that casting decision comes out, and that's who it is for the Penguin. So I'm excited for this movie. It's obviously it's going to be a while until it comes out. Still, I actually loved the Robert Pattinson casting when that came out, because outside of Twilight, come on, you're gonna blame a guy for Twilight? That's not his fault. The actor, an actor, that's not an actor's fault. If no one in the movie is having a good performance, if the direction is awful, if the direction is clearly awful by just watching the film, and all of the, it's clearly not his fault that he was bad. So with some of the actors are bad. Some of the actors were just bad, but don't put that on him because he had a bad role there, because everyone had bad roles. Kristen Stewart isn't a terrible actor, but I mean, she's an actress, but she's not great. But I mean, she's put in a few good performances before. So that shows you that put in the right situation, these people can succeed. If you look at Robert Pattinson, he's been in a lot of great roles since Twilight, after Twilight. So clearly, it wasn't his fault. But I digress on that. So all of the casting that's come out over the past couple days, I have really liked. If you haven't seen what I think about Zoe Kravitz, you can go, I think, not the last video, but the one before that, and see my thoughts on that. And yeah, so I think that's all I have to say. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And you can follow me on Twitter in the link in the description below. See you guys next time.